On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Toxicology.
The study of poisonous substances and their effects on organisms, including humans.
Examples:
Molecular toxicology, forensic toxicology. The toxicology report showed that the victim had high levels of poison in their system.
Gulf.
A large ocean inlet or deep bay that is partially enclosed by land.
Examples:
Gulf War, Gulf Stream. The Gulf of Mexico is a body of water in the southern United States.
Dispersant.
A substance or agent that is used to disperse, scatter, or distribute particles or substances within a medium, often used in industrial processes or in environmental cleanup to break up and disperse oil spills, for example.
Examples:
Chemical dispersant, water-based dispersant. The emergency response team quickly deployed dispersant agents to tackle the oil spill at sea.
Mammal.
Any animal of which the female gives birth to live young, not eggs, and feeds her young on milk from her own body.
Examples:
A primitive mammal, a sort of mammal. Marine mammal populations are declining worldwide due to ocean pollution.
Staggering.
So shocking as to stun or overwhelm.
Examples:
Staggering number, a staggering defeat. The amount of money required was staggering.
Extinct.
No longer in existence.
Examples:
Extinct by human activity. Long extinct volcano. Many species have become extinct due to habitat destruction and other human activities.
Retardant.
A substance used to slow or prevent the spread of fire, a chemical added to a material to make it less flammable. Adjective, of or relating to something that slows down or inhibits a process or action.
Examples:
Age retardant, fire retardant equipment. The engineer added a corrosion retardant to the metal structure to extend its lifespan.
Bromine.
A chemical element with the symbol Br and atomic number 35, which is a reddish-brown volatile liquid halogen used in various industrial applications such as disinfectants, flame retardants, and pharmaceuticals.
Examples:
Bromine gas, atmospheric bromine. The lab technician handled the bromine solution with extreme caution.
Neurotoxin.
A poisonous substance that damages or destroys nerve tissue and causes neurological damage or dysfunction. A toxin that specifically targets the nervous system.
Examples:
Snake neurotoxin, lethal neurotoxin. Certain types of fish contain neurotoxins that can harm humans if ingested.
Ignite.
To set on fire, to cause to start burning.
Examples:
Ignite a boom. Ignite passion. He ignited the fireworks with a single spark.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Brainwash.
To indoctrinate someone into a belief system or ideology by means of sustained persuasion or propaganda.
Examples:
Brainwash consumers into buying. Brainwash young people into joining. The cult leader tried to brainwash his followers into believing he was a god.
Slick.
Smoothly polished and shiny, cleverly and smoothly done, well organized and efficient.
Examples:
A slick operation. Slick design. The politician gave a slick speech, but it was full of empty promises.
Hazmat.
Abbreviation of hazardous material, referring to substances that pose a risk to human health and the environment.
Examples:
Hazmat material. Hazmat incident. The hazardous materials team was called to the scene in their hazmat suits.
Ferocious.
Very fierce, savage, or cruel.
Examples:
Ferocious beast. Ferocious predator. The lion's ferocious roar could be heard from miles away.
Haunted.
Inhabited, visited, or frequented by ghosts or spirits, disturbed or troubled by persistent or disturbing memories or emotions.
Examples:
Haunted house. Haunted by memories. The old mansion was known to be haunted, with strange noises and eerie sightings reported by visitors.
Droplet.
A small drop of liquid.
Examples:
Droplet size. Droplet formation. A single droplet of water can reflect the entire world upside down.
Disperse.
To spread out or distribute over a broad region, or to cause something to do so.
Examples:
Disperse false information. Disperse the protesters. Before authorities dispersed the protesters, they yelled slogans.
Plankton.
Tiny forms of plant and animal life that live in water or air on which other animals feed.
Examples:
Plankton blooms. Plankton community. Plankton is generally the foundation of the ocean food chain.
Wisp.
A thin, delicate strand or vestige of something, such as smoke, vapor, or a piece of hair. A faint, barely perceptible indication or hint of something. A small creature or fairy, often depicted as a hovering, translucent figure.
Examples:
A wisp of mist. A wisp of conversation. The wisp of smoke from the candle added to the room's cozy ambience.
Trade-off.
A balance achieved between two desirable but incompatible features, an exchange that occurs as a compromise.
Examples:
Trade-off problem. Environmental trade-off. There was a trade-off between speed and accuracy in the task.
Marsh.
A type of land that is always wet and has soft soil, swamp or bog.
Examples:
Marsh bird. River delta marsh. Environmentalists are concerned about the harm to the marsh.
Mangrove.
A tropical coastal tree or shrub that grows in saline soil and has prop roots that help to stabilize it.
Examples:
Mangrove forest. Mangrove swamp. The mangrove trees are known for their ability to survive in saltwater and sandy soil.
Darn.
To mend a piece of clothing by sewing over a hole or tear with small, tight stitches.
Examples:
Darn stockings. Darn hole. I have to darn these socks before they become unwearable.
Plume.
A large feather or group of feathers worn as an ornament or a symbol of achievement or distinction, especially on a hat.
Examples:
Plume of smoke. Plume of feathers. The bird had a beautiful plume on its head.
Loom.
To appear or take shape as a large, especially in a frightening way.
Examples:
Loom over the global economy. Loom on the horizon. The issue of divorce loomed large in his mind.
Fume.
To emit gas, smoke, vapor, or a strong, unpleasant odor. To show anger, irritation, or annoyance in a visible way. Noun, gas or vapor that is emitted from a substance, usually as a result of heating or combustion.
Examples:
Fume with anger. Acrid fumes. The angry customer began to fume when their order was delayed.
Doe.
A mature female of mammals of which the male is called a buck, such as a deer or a rabbit.
Examples:
Doe rabbit. Buck and doe. Hunters use a whistle that makes the doe sound to lure stags.
Micelle.
A tiny spherical structure that forms when certain molecules are dispersed in a liquid, such as a colloid or suspension, typically composed of molecules with a hydrophilic, water-loving, head and a hydrophobic, water-repellent, tail.
Examples:
Micelle formation. Micelle stability. The micelles in this skincare product help remove dirt and oil from the pores.
Surfactant.
A substance that reduces the surface tension between a liquid and a solid or between two liquids, typically used to stabilize or emulsify mixtures, a thin film or layer formed at the surface of a liquid.
Examples:
Surfactant molecule. Surfactant production. The surfactant in this cleaning solution helps to break down tough stains.
Glob.
A small, round mass or lump, a drop or blob of liquid or viscous substance.
Examples:
Glob of paint. Glob of honey. She squeezed a glob of toothpaste onto her toothbrush.
Toxin.
A poisonous substance produced by a living organism, such as a plant, animal, or microorganism, a chemical compound that can cause harm or illness to a living organism.
Examples:
Toxin exposure. Toxin production. Mold exposure can release dangerous toxins into the air.
Hasten.
To move or act quickly, to cause or encourage something to happen sooner or more rapidly, to accelerate or speed up.
Examples:
Hasten the process. Hasten the arrival. I need to hasten my speed to finish the race on time.
Hydrocarbon.
An organic compound consisting entirely of hydrogen and carbon.
Examples:
Hydrocarbon production. Hydrocarbon molecules in crude oil. Burning hydrocarbons releases water vapor and carbon dioxide.
Synergy.
The interaction of elements that, when combined, produce a total effect that is greater than the sum of the individual elements.
Examples:
Synergy collaboration. Synergy between businesses. The new software program was designed to increase productivity by promoting employee synergy.
Cartwheel.
A gymnastic move in which a person performs a spinning movement with the body held straight while moving sideways in a handstand position, the wheel of a cart.
Examples:
Cartwheel kick. Attempt a cartwheel. The gymnast did a perfect cartwheel across the mat.
Byproduct.
A secondary or incidental product produced in the manufacture or synthesis of something else.
Examples:
Toxic byproducts. Byproduct of technology. The byproduct of the energy production process is a large amount of carbon dioxide emissions.
Arsenic.
A poisonous chemical element that occurs naturally in some rocks and minerals and is sometimes used in pesticides and wood preservatives.
Examples:
Arsenic poisoning. Arsenic contamination. Exposure to arsenic in drinking water can cause serious health problems.
Chromium.
A metallic element with the symbol Cr and atomic number 24, commonly used in the production of alloys, electroplating, and stainless steel.
Examples:
Chromium mining. Chromium supplement. Chromium-plated fixtures are popular because of their corrosion resistance.
Sorbitan.
A chemical compound derived from sorbitol, sugar alcohol, often used as an emulsifier or stabilizer in the production of food, cosmetics, and pharmaceuticals.
Examples:
Sorbitan palmitate. Sorbitan oleate. The recipe calls for the use of sorbitan monostearate as an emulsifier.
Distill.
To purify or refine, to extract the essential elements.
Examples:
Distill a liquid. Distill information. She decided to distill her thoughts into a more manageable list.
Anguish.
Severe physical or emotional pain or suffering, distress or mental agony.
Examples:
Anguish and pain. Emotional anguish. She suffered from a deep sense of anguish following the loss of her loved one.
Fertilization.
The process of joining a sperm and an egg to produce an embryo.
Examples:
Fertilization process. Artificial fertilization. The fertilization of the soil allowed for a bountiful harvest.
Indiscriminately.
Done without any distinction or selection, randomly or without careful consideration.
Examples:
Act indiscriminately. Lay off employees indiscriminately. The soldiers fired their weapons indiscriminately during the battle.
Piscivorous.
Describing an animal or organism that primarily feeds on fish.
Examples:
Piscivorous mammals. Piscivorous bird. The coastal region is a haven for piscivorous birds like herons and kingfishers.
Cob.
A type of bread made from cornmeal, traditionally associated with Native American cuisine, the central hub or axis of a wheel or turbine, a small, delicately built horse, typically used for riding or light work.
Examples:
Cob construction. Cob loaf. The chef boiled the corn cob in water before roasting it on the grill.
Tuna.
A large fish of the mackerel family, found in warm seas, commonly used for commercial and sport fishing and as a food source for humans and other animals.
Examples:
Tuna steak. Canned tuna. I made a tuna sandwich for lunch today.
Gill.
A respiratory organ of fish and some other aquatic animals that extracts dissolved oxygen from water and excretes carbon dioxide.
Examples:
Gill slits, gill apparatus. The fish's gills are necessary for extracting oxygen from the water.
Clog.
To obstruct or block up a passage, pipe, or system with an accumulation of thick or sticky matter, to impede or hinder the progress or movement of something.
Examples:
Clog a filter, clog artery. The drain was clogged with hair and needed to be cleaned out.
Pneumonia.
An infection or inflammation of the lungs, typically caused by bacteria, viruses, or other microorganisms.
Examples:
Bacterial pneumonia, viral pneumonia. She was hospitalized with a severe case of pneumonia.
Aspiration.
A strong desire to achieve something, the action or process of drawing breath.
Examples:
No aspiration for fame. Aspiration into the lungs. He has an aspiration to become a doctor.
Ingest.
To take food or drink into the body, often through the mouth, to absorb or assimilate something, often used to describe the intake of information or knowledge.
Examples:
Ingest food. Ingest medication. People who compulsively ingest non-food items, such as dirt or chalk, suffer from a condition called pica.
Inhale.
To breathe in air or a different substance, such as smoke.
Examples:
Inhale the smoke. Inhale the aroma. He inhaled deeply, trying to calm down.
Ulcer.
A sore or erosion in the skin or mucous membrane, often caused by infection or inflammation, a persistent, painful cavity in the stomach or intestinal wall that can lead to digestive problems.
Examples:
Mouth ulcer. Gastric ulcer. The stress of the job caused him to develop an ulcer in his stomach.
Lesion.
A damaged or abnormal area of tissue in the body, usually caused by injury or disease.
Examples:
Muscle lesion. Brain lesion. The doctor examined the lesion on the patient's skin to determine if it was cancerous.
Hypothesize.
To form or present a theory or explanation without sufficient evidence, to speculate.
Examples:
Hypothesize as to outcomes. Hypothesize what could have happened. Scientists hypothesize that the new fish species evolved to survive in deep-sea environments.
Trophic.
Of or relating to feeding and nutrition, of or relating to the relationships between organisms and their food sources.
Examples:
Trophic factor, trophic transfer. The trophic level of an organism determines its position in the food chain.
Cascade.
A small waterfall or series of small waterfalls, a succession of stages or operations or processes or units.
Examples:
Cascade connection, transistor cascade. The cascade of waterfalls in the national park was a breathtaking sight.
Kelp.
A large brown seaweed that grows in cold coastal waters.
Examples:
Kelp forest, giant kelp. The coast was lined with beds of kelp swaying in the tide.
Barnacle.
A type of crustacean that attaches itself to hard surfaces underwater, such as rocks, ships, or docks, a metaphorical term used to describe a person or object that is difficult to remove or separate from another person or object.
Examples:
Barnacle growth, barnacle removal. The bottom of the boat was covered in barnacles, slowing its speed in the water.
Decimate.
To destroy a significant portion of something or reduce by 10%, to cause extensive destruction or severe damage, to drastically reduce in size or number.
Examples:
Decimate population, decimate economy. The hurricane decimated the small town, leaving behind destruction and devastation.
Secrecy.
The state or quality of being kept hidden or private, the act of keeping something confidential or unknown to others.
Examples:
Government secrecy, maintain secrecy. The company's secrecy surrounding its new product launch has created consumer excitement and anticipation.